Good evening to those who listen. March 22nd, 2019, 9:28 p.m. And I just wanted to kind of get set up a little early here. There we go. I'm throwing it over on my...
Today's students are busy.
Really?
Learn where
throwing it on my cell phone over here. So I'll get this chat up over here. Looks good, I guess. All right, let me see if I can throw something up here. Hello, hello. Didn't work. Hello, hello. Boom. Okay, the chat went up there. And I'm not so worried about this. I'm going to get rid of YouTube. Brandy, how you doing? Brown eyes. Hello, hello. And I'm not so worried about this. Oop. I'm going to get rid of YouTube. Yeah, okay, everything looks like it's working. You guys can hear me? Let me stop that one. So that's the main thing. Can you see the screen? It looks like it. And can you hear me? Always have to check that ahead of time to make sure that I can get rid of this. Thank you, Brown Eyes. God bless you too. The spoils. Yeah, I didn't want to say "God bless." I know what you meant, though. I'm gonna just wait a little bit. I'm gonna get rid of YouTube right there. Bajoom. Bam. Okay. This show tonight is just all for the glory of God. It just amazes me the awe today. And if you know what I'm talking about, the dream that was so detailed, that is so impossible for it to be anything but from God. I consider this a miracle from God. It's a message. I still don't know exactly what the message that we're supposed to totally get out of this. I'm still praying for that. But a lot of it has been fulfilled. And there's no possible way that anybody, and I don't care what anybody says, there's no way that anybody could ever convince me that this did not come from God. I've had people already saying that, oh, it's from the devil. UNC, North Carolina? Right now, the North Carolina is playing Iona. I'm not worried about it. I think they'll win that one easily. I predicted North Carolina to win it all, which is another weird kind of thing. I mean, it doesn't really have to do with the dream, but it's weird because North Carolina is also playing in Columbus as we speak. What's the score, by the way? Oh, my goodness, they're losing. That would be awful. I'm not worried about that, though. Okay, so, and this bracket means nothing either. This, I mean, you know, who cares if win or lose? I usually do pretty good at predicting, though. But anyway, I was hoping to get a few more people in here. And I also want to play something before top of the hour comes up, because for sure it'll be gone and there'll be a new one. Does anybody remember the last, I think it was the last video, about the snow flurries? And do you remember the snow flurries in the dream? Same title. Okay. So I want to tell you guys something, but I'm gonna have to wait to find out to get permission to do it. But North Carolina is also saying UFOs landed there, 6 p.m. today. Right. That's why I thought something was going to happen today. Okay, so let's just start out the day with, well, let's just go back to the very beginning. So I'll recap the dream. Hopefully I won't take too long describing it. The first part was the voice that I heard that said your 14-year-old is dead. So somehow I came up with, and this part of it is not that hard, but all the 14 seeds in this tournament. Yale lost, 14 seed lost. North Kentucky lost down there in the bottom left. Bottom right, we got Georgia State lost to Houston, and Old Dominion up there loses to Purdue. So all those lost. Yeah, big deal. But last night I realized that the three $10 bills, if you remember the dream, or should I go through the whole dream first before I go to that? I don't know. It depends on how much you know of the dream and everything. Hello, Sherry. So that's what makes the big difference. If you know something about this whole thing, or if you don't know anything, then maybe I should recap the whole thing. Got the thing memorized now. What do you guys think? Do you guys know enough? Remember you dream about your daughter. Dream about my daughter? Did I have a dream about my daughter? I would have to have more. You sure it wasn't about my son? Well, that was it was the 14-year-old, and the only it was when the dream happened. I didn't have any 14-year-old kids. I had a 13-year-old, but then when September hit, he turned 14, and this dream all goes to today and a little bit of yesterday, but today, Friday the 22nd, and it's all for that. So I'm hoping that I don't think anything happened. So but yeah, the 14s were that. So the three $10 bills in the dream were what I think is the three 10 seeds in this. There's 4 10 seeds in this tournament, and the three $10 bills maybe represent the 3 10 seeds that actually won. There was actually 3 10 seeds that won. 2 yesterday, which was Minnesota and Florida. And then last night, Seton Hall lost. But there was still 1 10 seed left, Iowa, that played today. Now, if you remember the dream, the one $10 bill, the security guard took one of the $10 bills and took it away and said he was seeing if it was worth something. And so if you look at it as the 3 teams played yesterday, but 1 didn't, that team was taken aside, Iowa and Cincinnati, and then that wound up being that. So what's the odds of that happening? And what's the odds of my dream from 10 months ago predicting, see, this has to be God, because it predicted that Tennessee, now listen to this, this is crazy. That part's already, the other parts are already hard enough to happen, the 3 10 seeds. But what's the odds of a dream predicting Tennessee, that specific team, Tennessee, playing on Friday in the second game in Columbus, Ohio? Hello, Valentina. I'll go over everything. This is about how awesome God is in fulfilling a dream that I had. And this dream is so detailed that it's impossible. I'm saying it's pretty much mathematically impossible. I say billions to one that it could possibly happen. So what's the odds of a dream from 10 months ago predicting that Tennessee would be playing the second game on Friday, the 22nd, in Columbus? And in the dream, if you remember right, the dream said that Tennessee would score 77 points. And guess what? Tennessee scored 77 points. Now, right there, that's pretty astronomical. So that's just totally insane. And then also, I think this is this is like God's little icing on the cake is what I would think this is. The final score was 77 to 70, 777. And to top it off, in my dream, I was at the bank, and when the lights went out and the lockdown happened, I remember, I went into the middle where everybody was huddled together, got away from the doors and the windows. I think that might have something to do with something too, getting away from doors and windows. I never added that part to it because there's still a couple things that I don't think are fulfilled yet, and I think God's still working here. I looked out the window, and it was snow flurries. There was snow flurries happening, and there was a building across where I was looking at, and I remember seeing there's another detail I never really said. Everybody that was in the bank was panicking, but everybody outside, and even though the power was out everywhere that I could see, the people in the restaurant didn't seem to be concerned. There was security guards outside. Were they on the first dream? They didn't seem to care. It was like, well, that was the second dream that they didn't care because they were in the bank and not outside until the second dream. Okay, but it was snow flurrying. So, I looked at the weather on Sunday because when I found out that Tennessee was playing the second game on Friday, and this was already predicted 10 months ago. That's what's weird. And that they were playing in Columbus, because I had to figure all this stuff out. I had to figure it out from the snow flurries. The snow flurries is what made me think that it had to be Columbus. There was 3 other venues it could have been in on Friday: San Jose, California, Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Columbia, South Carolina. And I just assumed that there wouldn't be snow there today in any of those locations, and I assumed it would be Columbus, Ohio. Yes, I have prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed for discernment a lot lately. And there's a lot been revealed kind of as we're going here. The Iowa game fulfilled something with the 310s. I think that's what that was. Oh, I want to play this before it gets too late. This is about the snow flurries. Okay, so Sunday, when I checked the weather, it said it was supposed to be 50, sunny in Columbus on Friday. And then I was like, well, maybe, that part of the dream, it's not going to match. So this gives me chills. I'm telling you. I kind of hope that does you too. On Wednesday, I have a sub that lives in Columbus, Ohio, said that the forecast called for a chance of flurries. And then Thursday, it still said that there's a chance of flurries. And then, Wednesday. And then last night, there's no chance again. And it even gave it a 0% chance of precipitation and of snow flurries. So I thought, okay, well, that part's out of it. Now listen very closely to what this woman reporter says.
40s tomorrow, 50s for Sunday. Monday, some rain with mid-40s. Tuesday and Wednesday brighten up again, and we start to warm up. Thursday and Friday, we are back in the 60s. How about that? And the Doppler 10-day outlook, well, we're still in the 50s by the tail end of next week with morning lows, a mix of 30s and 40s.
It's just easing us into it. It is. All right.
Take it. Better than those little snow flurries I saw early this morning. All right, Dr. Berry joining us.
Is that not insane? And what is more insane about all this too is, I've been watching their news, and of course it's 10 news. There's another 10. I was watching the news just to see if anything happened today. There was a gas leak in downtown, but I guess nothing ever came of that. But I was kind of worried about it for a while. I was thinking of an explosion, and it was near a hospital too. But they never said anything about snow flurries, and I never heard anything about it, anywhere else. Weather forecast didn't even say it was there. So it was amazing because I went through this video kind of just looking here and there, and somehow I stopped right on that spot where she says that. And I know God directed me right to that because that was like confirmation of the flurries. And I just cannot believe it. That just is so amazing. So amazing. It's still, it's just beyond me. It's just shocking. But it's so awesome. But still, I don't know what the whole thing is. There's got to be more. And, I wanted to kind of discuss that too and see what you guys think. Maybe you can come up with maybe an idea of what it could be. Because I thought it was the blackout thing. Okay, so today started out where 15 minutes before the game started, I put on CBS. Yes, it is. It is. It's very exciting because that's God at work there. That's just, and I mean, it's just awesome. It's beyond awesome. I know. So that's the thing. This doesn't really. Oh, well, actually, there is something. Let me here a little bit. For some reason, I thought, let me check out Strong's Concordance for the 77 to 70. So I put in 7077. And that's what was first, because when you looked at the score, they put Colgate on the left and Tennessee on the right. So it was 70-77 instead of, the other way around, 77 to 70. But it doesn't matter because I did it both ways and it came out with the same thing. It says it means alpha, like the alpha and the omega. And I was just like, wow, maybe this is some sort of thing to say, about Revelation. So I just thought that was just so awesome. And this whole thing is just amazing. The odds of all this coming true yesterday and today from 10 months ago is just crazy. And I know there's no way that just could have been a random dream. And there's no way it was from the devil, because I've had people saying that, because if it was from the devil, why would he want God's name to be praised? That's what I say, because this is what's happening, because I take this and I'm giving all the glory to God. And I know that the devil would not want that. I know. It's just like, I don't know. I was worried, though, today because I thought the blackout was going to happen. Okay, so sorry. So at the 15 minutes before the game started, I turned on CBS, and boom. It said there was technical difficulties. They were down. The station was down, and I was like, "No way! It's an outage." So I looked at other channels, and they seemed to be working, except for Fox. Fox was there too. So then I thought afterwards, the All Seeing Eye and 666. But anyway, it was out for like 15 minutes, and I looked it up I looked on the computer to see if there was any dish outages, and sure enough, there's a nationwide dish outage for, I guess, for certain channels on the East Coast. Was really bad. And wow, I thought, what's the odds of there being an outage right before the game started on CBS? I mean, it could have been any of the other channels. Praise Jesus. Yeah, I just thought, wow. What I thought, I said, this is going to start it, because I didn't know when anything was going to start. I was thinking it was going to happen at the end of the second game, at the end of the Tennessee game, which is just what I assumed, though. because in my dream, I went to the computer and the first game was completely over. The second game was almost completely over. So that's where it ended. So I don't know, unless there was something else that was supposed to be after it, but I never got that far, I guess. I remember in the dream, I saw the scores, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm missing all the games. And I went over and started recording them all, the ones that were coming up in the future. And then I remember recording. I wonder if this has anything to do with it. I never thought of this. See, sometimes when you talk about stuff, but I remember the last thing I did was I went over and I recorded the games that were coming on that night. And then I recorded the one that was going on in progress, which was almost over. At least that one was. I wonder if that has anything to do with anything. But I don't know, but this is incredible. And I have some doubters out there saying this is from Satan, and it's just no way. Nope, I will not accept that. Never. Never, never, never. So, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, I didn't even watch the games tonight at all, which is weird because, I'm usually into it. I mean, I'm not so much into it where I have to watch everything. I like to watch just like the ends of the games when it's getting close, I don't really like to watch unless it's my team, Go Michigan. Sherry, you've had dreams also? Ones that have really detailed details yeah, I mean, that's awesome because I think we're in the end times where this is going to start happening, where we're going to start having dreams and stuff, and I'm ready. I mean, I think we're getting there, and a lot's being revealed to us. Telling me he is Adoni? I'm lost on that one. I forgot what I was going to say. Let the mockers mock. Yep, that's fine. Because that's just all the more glory that goes to God. Because we know that has to be God. And if they can't see that from all of that, then that's their fault. Right. Exactly. Okay. Oh, Adonai. Yeah, Adonai. I think it's spelled different though. Okay. Yeah. Petra did a song, Adonai. I love that song. It's a really good song. I don't know. This is right. Okay. Gotcha, Laura. Hebrew name. And I'm starting to look more into the Hebrew Bible for things for sure. And I'm calling Jesus Yeshua. I'm calling them both. God knows, Jesus knows our hearts and who we're talking to. And I really believe that. Little Wing, welcome. I think we've got quite a bit of clarity on this stream. There's still some things that haven't been fulfilled yet. Okay, let's go through all of it. The first dream, I'm at a bank. I'm in line. I'm in the front of the line. For some reason, and I guess I didn't notice this until after, but I had a button-down flannel shirt on with a pocket on the right side, and I don't wear those kind of shirts very often, and that's where the money was. But I went up there to put $50 into my account, and I told her that I'm putting $50 in my account, And then I asked her, did you put it in the account? And she says, no, you haven't given me the money yet. I wonder if that's something. I should mark all this stuff down too. Because that might mean something too. No, you haven't given me the money yet. I don't know if that means anything. So then I was like, oh. But then for some reason, my money was in that shirt pocket, which I would never do. And I even said that in my head. I said I would never put money in my pocket. I would, I'd have it in my wallet. And then I even actually told the teller this too, that, I would never really keep my money in my shirt pocket. And anyway, I gave her the money. And there's 3 $10 bills. And she takes the money, and then she says, hold on a minute. And she walks away. And then the security guard comes over and takes one of the $10 bills and starts walking towards a computer. And I said, hey, what are you doing? She's not done with my transaction. And he said, I'm checking to see if it's worth anything. And he went back to give it to the teller, and the lights went out. And then they announced that the bank was on a lockdown. Everybody in the bank is panicking. I don't think I was panicking, but I think I was a little afraid. And then, wow, I'm kind of getting more of a vivid image. I'm kind of closing my eyes here and picturing it again, because I can't remember what the inside of the bank looked like. But immediately I thought, get away from the doors, get away from the windows, and go into the crowd. So I went into the crowd, I guess, thinking maybe if there was somebody going to break in and start shooting people, that if you're in a crowd, you have a better chance. I don't know. That's the only thing I could come up with. But that's when I looked out the window and saw the other business, and they had power out too. And as far as I could see, everything else was out of power. And that's when I saw the snow flurries. And I think that's totally it for the first dream. I'm trying to just see if anything comes back to me. All right, but there's the first part. Well, see, what journal? Yeah, that's a great idea. But I also make videos too, so I had that documented from last May, and I got it saved. The snow flurries, exactly. I had a really good friend, which hopefully I'll be able to reveal to you soon. Thinks that could have been maybe like an explosive device, and like when it blows up, the residues coming down, I don't know. That's just what he thought. And I was, I thought of confetti. No, that's dumb. But I don't know. Yeah, what else could be the snow flurries? But it actually happened, though. It actually happened today, this morning, which is amazing because I would have never found that if it wasn't for God. I know, because there's no way I would have seen that. And it's just so funny how the total forecast was not a chance. And that woman just happened to say that phrase. And I'm like, wow. Wow. And depending on how this whole thing plays out, but I already think there's enough here to say, this is not ordinary. This is way, there's astronomical odds of any of this happening, let alone all of it happening. And I still think there's more to come. Okay. So, second dream. I'm back at the same bank, and this time I know in my head that there's going to be a blackout and a lockdown, so I'm trying to hurry up and do my transaction so I can get out of there before they lock the place down. I get done with my transaction, and I remember this. I haven't been saying this as much, but when I got done with the transaction, I turned around, I looked at the clock. I could have sworn it was like 2:12 or 2:14, somewhere like that. And then I told everybody in the bank, something's going to happen. Be prepared. And then I told the security guards the same thing. Something's going to happen. Be prepared. they all looked at me like I was crazy, and probably just, brushed it all off. They didn't take me seriously, that's for sure. So then I go outside and I'm walking away from the bank and away from that building. To me, it would be like I was going to I don't know if that makes any difference, to the east, but just by the way I'm positioning things. But anyway, I'm going away from the bank, and I guess I'm walking down the sidewalk. I guess I'm walking to where my car is. Countdown. Never thought of that. Okay. Sorry, let me finish this dream. They were actually really short dreams. So I'm walking, and then a car quickly pulls over alongside of me. Hold on a second. I'm not with you. I need a cigarette lighter. Sorry. All right. Where was I? So this car suddenly pulls up alongside of me, and this girl gets out who I know from Florida. We used to date back in high school, and she gets out, and I say, "What are you doing here?" I don't know if this has anything to do with anything either. I told her about it, and she thought that was really strange. But I said, "What are you doing here?" And she didn't say nothing. And then I said, "This must be a dream." And then she said, "I want to go where you're going." So I don't know what that means. And that's Florida. What about Florida? That's where I went to my senior year of high school, and we dated back in Florida in 85. Where was I going exactly? I don't know where I was going. I was in my dream. I was just getting out of there because I knew there was going to be a blackout lockdown. Blackout lockdown. That sounds like a song. A lot of people saying rapture could be during I've heard that too. Yes, Amanda. Yes, I have. I've heard that too. Like they were expecting it. And this Purim is supposed to be like for repentance. We're supposed to be repenting and asking God to save us. Huh. All right, I'm going to do one little quick update on here, see how North Carolina's doing, because I would be surprised if North Carolina lost. And it's weird, too, because now I wound up picking Tennessee to go farther because of the dream, thinking maybe, wouldn't that be weird if the dream predicted the winner, too? Although I didn't pick Tennessee to go all the way, I took North Carolina. And it was also weird that North Carolina's playing in there. They're winning now. Oh, now they're winning big. They're winning big, okay. Oh boy, I don't know. I'm just so overwhelmed. It's just shocking, but it's just amazing. I did a couple other free ones, just to enter into, and I took Tennessee to go all the way. But yeah, we don't need to talk about that no more. So introduced by elections. Wow. And now the thing with Trump recognizing the Golan Heights. And my sister was like, "Oh, they just want the oil that's there. The United States just wants the oil." Where was the bank? The bank was in Columbus, Ohio. And I assumed it was a nationwide bank. Oh, here was another thing about the dream, too, which is another kind of weird thing, weird, freaky thing. In in the dream interpretation, when I was doing the video, I said I wasn't sure if it was going to happen in Columbus only or if it was going to happen nationwide. And then I found out that the arena's name is Nationwide Arena. Really? What? Wait, hold on. What happened? How did we get to the Antichrist? Oh, and somebody just told me too, which is very strange also. And I got to look this up and find out if there's what the reason was. I'm going to do that too, right? While we're talking about it. But somebody told me it was God's Christian Warrior 777. She said that Trump was in Columbus 2 days ago. And I'm thinking, that's kind of strange too. I don't know. I'm wondering if I'm stumbling on the stuff that I shouldn't be. Trump in Columbus, Ohio. Today? No. Donald's speech in Columbus, Ohio. Oh my gosh, maybe this is on to something. Oh my goodness. Does anybody know anything about this speech that happened in Columbus? Is this 2 days ago? Where's the date on this thing? No, here's one from February 18th. That would have been a month ago. Trump's declaration of a national emergency to pay for the border wall. I know this person also thinks that Trump is the Antichrist. I'm not going to say one way or the other on that because I do not know. In a way, I could see it because of the way the United States and Israel are so close now. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to look into it a little bit here, though. That's just crazy. Let's see when it was. First, it looks like February 18th on this one, but this one said it was 2 days ago, which would have been March 20th. Kushner's kind of like Damien from The Omen. Remember doing a video about that? That was way back in 2017. Yes, I've been doing that, Brandy. And just praying for the Holy Spirit to fill me. Yes. I mean, I did a lot anyway, but I mean, I was really intent on it. Uh-oh. I gotta get my kid tomorrow to work. I'll have to find out when he works. I think, let's see, what's tomorrow? Saturday. I'm not sure. Oh, I'll figure it out. It's not early at least. Like Sunday is. All right, what are we doing here? Let's get on here. Why am I not being able to? Oh, no, don't do that. I hate it when it does this. There's this thing that's been happening where all of a sudden, when I'm trying to scroll down, it blows up instead. And then it's like, and then I can never get it back down. And then I have to refresh the whole thing. And it does that on YouTube all the time. And it makes it impossible to upload a video. God sent Trump to save Israel. I heard that. I've heard that too today, actually. What time is Trump's speech? I'm trying to find it. I can't find nothing here. It's like it's... Ugh. That's weird, though, that he was in Columbus. I mean, if it was 2 days ago... Really? It's not even letting me look at it. All right. Let's go to a different one. Please, Lord Jesus. Right. What's the red flag? The speech? Well, hopefully we can get into here and find out. Because I just heard that. Oh, here we are again. Dayton Daily News, even though it's different. August 24th. This is really old. Okay, that can't be it. I don't know. That's just what somebody said. That it was 2 days ago that he was in Columbus. Yeah. Okay, gotcha, yeah. I don't know. It's a weird scenario, the whole thing, but the thing is it has to be fulfilled, though. This is Bible prophecy that has to be fulfilled. So everything that's happening with the United States and Israel has to happen. $30. Timeline was 3:15. What do you mean 3:15? Where did 3:15 come from, Sherry? Because 3:15 came up again. $30 times 3:15. But you had extra money. Was it $15 more? No, it was $50 altogether. And it's weird because I remember the three $10 bills, but I don't remember the other 20 if it was a $20 bill or if it was another two tens, which is really strange, but that's the way it went. And that's how it wound up being fulfilled, though. It's crazy. Also, there was another thing, too. There's a Nationwide Securities building business exactly 10 blocks away from Nationwide Arena. I don't know, that was just something else. And then the Channel 10 news. I don't know. It's just so crazy. It's wow. Right. I don't know. It was weird. But anyway, last night when I went to bed, I woke up. Something woke me up. And for some reason, I thought I needed to look at the time. So I looked at my phone, and it said 2:15. And I went back to bed, and something else woke me up, and it was weird. And it's like, okay. And I checked the time, and it was 3:15. So then I was thinking today, maybe something was going to happen today at 3:15 Eastern, 2:15 Central. But nothing happened. At least nothing that I've seen happen. No Noahide laws. VIX. What's up? You missed quite a bit. But the main thing to remember is that God is awesome. And God can do the impossible. Is that whole dream that's already, just the parts that have already come true, is too impossible for any person to do or any dream to do. We are getting close. And the thing with the alpha, with the numbers, reminds me of Revelation. The Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Maybe it's our sign saying we're getting to the beginning of the end. Ooh. I remember writing a song back when I was in high school, and I had two of them, actually. I had the beginning of the end and the end of the beginning. 3:15 in numbers. Let's take a look. Kaboom! All right, so remember this thing was a pain in the butt. Numbers. Oh yeah, I gotta go to the version and then it switches. Okay. Oh, that's a cool sword there. What's the one with adultery? Let's find out. I could find it quicker in my Bible looking by myself. All right, so we got that. Now we go boom. Okay. And then I guess I could either forward it this way or go 3 over there. What's faster? Probably the other way, but here we go. Revelation 3:15 though? But what's 3:15 though? The 15 don't match. Unless you talk about the other one, the when I woke up. I never thought of that. But where does Numbers come from? Why the book of Numbers? Number the children of Levi after the house of their fathers by their families, every male from a month old and upward shalt thou number them. The tribes of Israel, one of the tribes of the tribes of the 144,000. But all right, let's check 2:15. But why Numbers? Right? If it takes that, I believe that. And it's amazing. I've told so many other people about this, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, man." Like it's no big deal." And it's like, this is the biggest deal. The biggest deal in the world. And they don't realize how astronomical the odds are against it. Never take the mark of the beast. Number? Why is this? All right, anyway. Here's 15 of 2:15. And his host and those that were numbered of them were 45,650. Another tribe. March 27th. Education and Sharing Day. Education and Sharing Day. And that's in 5 days. Okay. Let's do Revelation. The Alpha and the Omega. If they came up to that, I would really freak out. I don't know. You know, that's one thing is I'm not good with the numbers. You know, I know scriptures, but I don't know the verses and everything. You can't name all those off as like a lot of people can. I probably should work on more. I should go to 2:15 first. You missed quite a bit, Dwayne. A lot. All right, Revelation 2:15, please. Oh, was that one of the messages to the churches? Oh my. So hast thou also them that hold the doctrine of the Nicolaitans, which thing I hate. Okay. All right, let's get to 3:15. Oh my. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. Wow. Huh. I want to show you guys the Strong Concordance, though. if I can find it. Oh, I needed to go back on the see what that speech was about. But it's only if it was a couple of days ago. Okay, I get down here. Come on. Gas leak. There it is. Oh. Education days, rededication each year confirming Noahide laws. Alpha beginning Genesis 3:15. Really? Well, there's the alpha for you. Where's the numbers though? Oh, this isn't the right one. First words. This isn't the right one, but this is what it came up as. That's weird. Where'd my numbers go? Uh-oh. My chat says error occurred. Oh, don't like that. Don't like that. I didn't pass it. I don't think so. Gas leak. There we go. Strong concordance. Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end. Exactly. There it is. See, this one came up with that in the... Is that the Hebrew one? Or is that the King James one? It came with like Shua. That was kind of strange. The score. The final score was 77-70. So I put that in there. 77-70, but this isn't the right one though. It was supposed to be the King James version. What happens with the Greek? What? Really? Back to wait. There we go. There's where. Okay, there's where I messed up. Okay. I don't know that this is King James version, so is that a good version to have? Gas leak in downtown Columbus today. See, there's the alpha. And see, it went to this. Okay, so first letter of the Greek alphabet. All right, so same thing. You know what, though? This news should be updated now. I don't know if anybody wants to watch the Columbus news. I don't know. It was really specific on being in Columbus, though. But nothing happened. I mean, besides the games and the snow flurries, nothing happened like, an event. Unless, I don't think the gas leak was anything, though. I don't think anything happened with it. Maybe I'll just watch the very tiny beginning and maybe they'll talk about the top stories or something.
So early this morning. All right, Dr. Barry joining us now with sports.
My bracket is still alive. Let's keep it going, right? Anyways, the Big Ten.
They're supposed to have another broadcast at 11 p.m., which would be 10 p.m. Central Time, which is already passed.
Off to a perfect 6-0 start in the NCAA.
All right, let's just go to the news. I have heard something about that. The re-education. Dome of the Rock. Dome of the Rock. 70 seats for the Sanhedrin. Their temple's all finished, right? And it can be built at a moment's notice. Jews think Jesus rots in hell. Wow. Uh-oh. Brown Eyes, your message is up for review. Did it go through the hurricane? All right. Anything here? That's national. What? United Airlines becomes first airline to add non-binary gender booking options. I'm not going to talk about that. Here's something I thought was interesting. Geomagnetic storm to give northern U.S. and Canada a rare chance to see Aurora Borealis. Chicago. And then I'll show you the gas leak if it's still here, on here or not. There it is. Olentangy River Road is in North Columbus, back open following a gas leak. All right, let's see if they have any new news. And I'm guessing right behind there is the hospital. All right, 2 hours ago, back open. Blah, blah, blah. That's it? The leak shut down the road, and they were worried about traffic. Okay, so that was no big deal. All right, one more chance or one more shot at the live. It would be at the end of their, if it's a half hour, it would be at the end of their broadcast. But it seems to be the old one, which still amazes me. The snow flurries. I'm so glad that I saw that. I'm so glad that God led me to that. It's just amazing that she even mentioned that. Otherwise, there would have been no way to confirm that. What's happening? What's happened? Hours and 50. Well, it would have to be within an hour for sure. Jesus is King of Kings. Amen. If we see auroras in areas like the United States, we are very close to the pole shift. I believe that could be true, yes, for sure. God's Christian Warrior, 777. What's up? I was telling. Oh, that reminds me. I was telling everybody about you saying that Trump was in Columbus 2 days ago. I couldn't find nothing on that. I need to go look again. I was trying to get this thing. This thing ain't working now. It's just frozen. Oops. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to work. So I'm not going to try no more.
Warms up for Sunday. How about this? Pollen levels are rising again.
Here it is. Somehow, I accidentally got to almost where that spot is,
the main issue is
where that woman talks about
for Sunday and Monday. Crew
snow
back in
flurries
action tomorrow. Joffrey Stadium. We're talking 7:30 against the Philadelphia Union. So look for some sun for that. Overall, not bad at all. Doppler 10, 7-day outlook.
Listen closely to the woman
Sunday, Monday, some
reporter.
rain with mid-40s. Tuesday and Wednesday brighten up again, and we start to warm up. Thursday and Friday, we are back in the 60s. How about that? And the Doppler 10-day outlook, well, we're still in the 50s by the tail end of next week with morning lows, a mix of 30s and 40s.
It's just easing us into it.
It is.
All right.
Take it. Better than those little snow flurries I saw early this morning. All right, Dr. Berry joining us now.
Better than those snow flurries. Wow. That's just so awesome. So awesome. So that's what this whole live stream is tonight. It's just to to praise God for being so amazing. I mean, that's the most incredible thing that's ever happened to me. That for a dream, for sure. I've had a lot of dreams that have come true, but nothing even comes close to this. Nothing comes close. So, if you guys, in case anybody just got here recently, you might have to check out one of the videos. If anything, just check out the original one from last May 12th, 2018. It's just incredible. And it's incredible how everything, and then God makes it 77, and then the other score was 70. Just amazing. I don't know. It's almost like it didn't happen. It's like a dream or something, because still can't believe it did happen. It's crazy. Lima, Lordstown, Ohio. Is that anywhere near Columbus? Cambos. The halos. See, I'm thinking these halos, I'm telling you, I think these halos have something to do something too. Halos are happening so often. I've seen 9 halos in March. And they're sneaky. I'm telling you, those halos are being hidden by the chemtrails. I didn't even notice, until I looked back on the video. And I'm like, oh my goodness, there's a halo right there. How did I not see it with my naked eyes? All right, who wants to hear the story again? How amazing God is. Because I think Dwayne wants to know. Okay, I had a dream. I'll make it the short version, okay? I had a dream back in May of last year that the Tennessee basketball team, would play in the second game on Friday, March 22nd in Columbus, Ohio, and they would score 77 points. And it came true today exactly. What's the odds? I mean, on Sunday, I saw the field when it was announced, and I went and looked at it, and I couldn't believe that Tennessee was on the second game, Friday, March 22nd, in Columbus, Ohio. That was crazy. So that's when I was like, okay, I got to do the videos. When I knew the time was coming, when the March Madness is here again, and I was going back over the dream because I couldn't remember all of it. And when the Tennessee thing got announced, I was like, oh my, I got to put this out there. And then I just described the whole dream, the whole thing. There was other things that happened too. The three $10 bills wound up being the 3 10 seeds in the tournament winning. 3 10 seeds beat 3 7 seeds in the tournament. And today it was fulfilled with Iowa. They were the third one that did it. And that $10 bill that was taking a side was Iowa and Cincinnati. That game, it was the only game played on Friday of the 10-7 seeds. All the other ones were played on Thursday. So that's how I looked at that. All the 14 seeds lost, but that's not that big of a deal. But the 3-10 seeds winning is pretty big, and then of course the Tennessee, and then Tennessee winning was 77 points, 77-70, and then that's 777. So that was like God's little postmark at the end saying, "This is me, 777." Boom. So that's just too astronomical. And then also that it's had snow flurries on the same day today. It happened this morning. That's just insane. And I really thought that there was no snow flurries, and I would have never known if I wouldn't have went through this Channel 10 and God leading me to that one spot, because I was just skipping through it because there's so much. There's like 3 hours or something like on here. And I was just skipping through, and I somehow landed right on that spot where that woman was talking about that. What is this? SR-33 is presumed route between Columbus and Lima. Really? Okay. See, now that's why I'm glad that where everybody's talking here. Oh, hello, Natural Born Rebel. I didn't see you there. 161 Columbus. Okay, so it's close. So yeah, I'm glad we're talking, because maybe you guys can have some knowledge that I don't know. Amen, Brandy. Oh, and then another amen, Brandy. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the Truth Freeze. Welcome. I think you've been here for a little while. Flooding in the heartland, pretty bad. Several states. Yeah, Nebraska was really bad. Yeah, and I'm in a bad spot because I'm on the Mississippi, and it's flooded here in Davenport many times. They refuse to put up a flood wall. Doing pretty good overall. Got a little bit of back neck problems, but that's okay. It's funny too, because I never thought of this, but that's true. When I was doing the video, at the beginning of the video, I said, I'm doing a lot better. My back's doing better. Still having little problems, but my back's doing better. And now my back's been out the last few days. It's like God saying, hey, remember? You had backaches back then. Wow. Thanks, God. Thank you, Jesus, for that. Thank you, Yeshua. Trump is supporting these rabbis who support the Noahide laws. And he just passed 27th. For them guys. Okay, so the Noahide laws, I guess, kind of explain it a little more. This is from the laws from the Old Testament. Is that right? Yeah, I'm up on the hill, thank goodness, Natural. I'm up on the hill. Because when it floods, I think it's going to take out like 9 streets. Dr. Schulen's life was an example for all Jewish people in reaching out to Gentiles. We'll pray for you back. Thank you. Sanhedrin declared on the last day he will replace the UN. Go turn off your Wi-Fi. Hardwired my PCs a month ago and haven't had a... I'm kind of worried about it because I got a new phone now. And I've had that happen too, but I'm chalking it up to my back being out. We all have a piece of the puzzle, family. Yes, I like that. Thank you. I like hear everybody's inputs. They did a goat sacrifice on a stone. That was a goat? I thought it was supposed to be a lamb. And they didn't actually sacrifice it on there. They did it beforehand. Yes, very good, Sherry. Share knowledge. 7 false commandments of the Antichrist and synagogue of Satan. Okay, thank you. I'll have to look into that too. I've heard this. The synagogue is under the Dome of the Rock. And then they'll have to tear it down, and the Muslims would be upset about that. That would be taking it. I've seen that, yeah. Might have been lying. Okay. Headed for false allegation of one person. 27 for the Jews who are for Talmud and know how laws. Wow. Well, you'll have to put that up some. I mean, you can't put a link on here, unfortunately. But in the comment or something, I'd like to see that. Kill Christians. Wow. It's coming to that. Synagogues and Sanhedrin must form before the third temple can be built. I believe they already have those people. They're in training now, if they're not already done. I saw the dedication. 41 is April 1st. April Fools. Believe could be power outage. Okay, hold on, Eco Booster. Thank you for that. I'm going to hopefully pause this for a second so I can think, so I can talk about this. 41. Okay, so now 41. That's so odd that you said that. 41 was the other part of my score in the thing, and it was wrong. But maybe it has something to do with that. The original score I had in my dream, what I thought it was, and even in the afterwards, I said I'm not sure about the score, but the 77 was right on, and I thought the other team had 41, and there's the 41. April Fool's Day. That is so crazy. Power outage and April Fools. Maybe that's what that's 77 to 41. Thank you for that. That could be something. If you say one bad thing is the Antichrist, you'll be beheaded. Well, that would be probably the best way to go. Stock market is already falling. Would you hear that? I was checking it yesterday, and I checked it a little bit today before the game started, and it seemed like they were just, even. Wow. A school bill. Oh, man. All right. Israel, we know is fake. What do you mean by that? Because the country of Israel is there, and the people of Israel are there, and they are God's chosen people. Whether you might be saying that some of the Jews are fake, yes, I'll agree with you on that. Pronounced, wow. Rabbis say the Messiah, which right. Yeah, that makes sense. So the Antichrist would be announced April 7th. Now, the elections in Israel aren't those on April 7th? If I'm remembering right in that area, I know. And that's when the peace deal is supposed to be announced after the elections. Whether Netanyahu is going to stay or not, that's the big question. Truth Unveiled 777. I remember him. I haven't seen anything from him in a long time. Trump will save Israel and believes it strongly since he's a Christian. Someone who's a Christian knows Jesus Christ is the true Jewish Messiah. The Vatican is under the Jews now had lost too. If you had any idea of the dreams. What do you mean? What dreams? My dreams? Sorry, I'm getting behind the chat here. Jesus spoke of the Pharisees. Oh, the 70-year statehood of Israel is over sometime in April, May. Right, May. It should be May. 70 years. Yeah, it's in the 70th year right now. So, wow. Yeah, I never thought about that. I didn't think about that. Good point. Good point. Yeah, Pope did a land deal. Some old Jerusalem. Pope is I believe the Pope is the false prophet. If it's not this Pope, it's the next Pope. But I wouldn't doubt if it's this one. Right. Yeah, the Sanhedrin have been here for a long time. Really? Eco Booster, you know, that is so awesome because you were meant to be here because you know what? I put that date in the tag in case somebody would, because I'm trying to warn as many people about today of what, could have happened. And wow, I'm glad that worked. So that's another thing, people saying I'm lying about this stuff. Well, you can go back and look at my video from last May. I didn't make it up. It actually happened. And then it actually was fulfilled. I mean, not all of it, but a lot of it was fulfilled. Chips and Swiss in here. Pushing. Gets refused. Okay. Yeah. Right. But I still don't think that is the mark yet. I mean, it's like a precursor for sure. But I don't think it's that yet because it's the Antichrist has to make you, not just some company. I know some of these companies are doing it, for security and for easier access in and out without, compromising their security. Wow. It's going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard. I don't think people realize how hard it is going to be to refuse the chip. I mean, if you're alone, you got a better chance. But if you have a family, just think, they're gonna say, well, we're gonna kill your kids in front of you if you don't take this, and then it comes down to two. If your family is starving, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna let them die too? You have to, but it's gonna be hard. All who claim to be Israel are Israel. I don't want to argue about that either. But I just believe, Israel, the Jews are God's chosen people. It's in the Bible. I'll always believe that. April 9th is the election. Thank you. But I'm thinking, what is it? The ultra Orthodox Jews. They're the ones who believe strictly in the Old Testament, if I'm correct, and they believe that Jesus has not come yet. So, yes, I could see them being wrong and fooled and not being the real Jews, or then the other way. There's other ones that think it should be the other way around. Zero faith in man. Yep, the shekel with Trump's Cyrus on there. Yes, right. That's definitely towards the a one world currency too. I don't think that is, but cryptocurrencies are coming. We're going to be stuck with it. King's African Kingdom of Cape Town. Seychelles. I don't know what that is. Sev Borat. Leland Jones. Watching Israel's events, a faithful Jew. I think I've heard of Leland Jones. Zero faith in this world, not in it. Not of it. We are not of this world. We're just here a little while. And then we're going to be moving on. You know, now might be a good time to speak to your mom. I'm getting far behind in this chat. I can't believe it. I don't know. $322, right? The Illuminati sign, Illuminati number for Skull and Bones. AI. I do believe that AI has a huge part in the beast. I really think that it's a lot of it. If you remember, I think it's in Revelation. It says that the 10 leaders of the 10 kingdoms will all be of one mind. AI could fulfill that. Yep, Japan has an AI robot guy. I put a video out about that. The 2 preachers did that, and I thought that was wow. Yep, and what are we coming to? And there's already an AI church. I forgot who I can't remember how. It was one of the Google executives that quit or something. He started the AI church, and they worship AI. Who is a convicted sex offender? The Pope? I know the Catholic Church is terrible for that. Digital Angel. Wow, how fitting. Come on. Digital Angel. Wow. Yeah, see, that's the thing, too. If you have the chip in you, you're already damned to hell at that point. You can't be saved after that. But remember when it says in the Bible that the people with a mark will have boils all over their bodies? That could be the weaponized chip. The chip is turned against them and, does that to their bodies. 15 and 20 seconds. Dragon hits. Will cause a bunch of crazy. Then rebuild. That's what happened. Yes. I believe that. Yes. Very good. Dynameds. Dragon hits. It will cause a bunch of crazy. After that rebuild. That's when. Yes. Because everything will be in shambles. And someone will have to say, hey, I'm going to rebuild us, get us back, up and running again. And that's when, I can see that. That's when I think cryptocurrency will be the only thing you can have. See, that's, no medicine, no food. Epic. I got a message held from review from Eco Booster. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what that means. Social crediting score. Yeah, what is it? China or Japan? I think it's China. Oh, the stars went bright. I don't know when the moon comes up. Yes, some are so-called Israel synagogue of Satan. Yes, I believe that. 80% of the Jews are secular. Okay, so then they would be the fake Jews then. Or the false Jews. Starving to death. What? Place for, oh gosh. RFID microchip number. Jeez. Yes, that's what we have to remember, Brandon. That's a good one. We have to put our trust in Jesus and just know that after, we are killed, that we're going to be together in heaven. Anyone that says they are Jews now are a synagogue of Satan. I noticed that Israel now has a lot of gay rights. That's where I'm at. Truth Freeze right there. What's that? What Eco Booster? What evidence? Condemning you? I would never condemn anybody. What did I say? I can't even remember now. Going back to look. Oh, because of that? Well, I don't know what that is. I'll show it. Back there. You want me to read it? I'm a 6-foot, 225-pound white infantry Marine from Kentucky. Try swallowing the black people are Abraham's original children pill. That, I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, where was I at? Okay. Full moon tonight. Check out Truth Unveiled. I'll have to check again. It's been a while for sure. I can't even remember. God will always provide. I put the always in. Country boy can't survive. Two groups of Jews. One calls themselves Jews, who are not, and the other believe in Yeshua. Okay. So Yeshua is the Hebrew name, and that's the Old Testament Jews. Is that right? The only thing is there is no New Testament in Hebrew. Time to wrap up. Yes, exactly. Time to wrap up our sharing good news. Right. That's what this whole thing's about, is hopefully people will see, wow, that is no way that person or any person could have dreamt that and it come true like that. It's God. Wow. Epic. Camps are set up all over. Christian persecution going on without notice. I wouldn't say in the United States, but yes, in other countries for sure. There's a lot of stuff. I've been seeing like the Watchman's channel, and he shows Christian persecution. Internet started at CERN. Oh, haven't heard that before, but wow. 5G. CERN and 5G are connected. 5G is going to be bad. I'm starting to think, though, that maybe the pole shift will happen and then they'll put the 5G up instead of before, but I don't know. Gosh, I'm so far behind. I'm trying to just catch up reading now. By their own writing, the Messiah, suffering Messiah, yet they missed him, Jesus, aka Yeshua. They deny him. Ultra-Orthodox does not mean faithful to God. I just thought it meant that they believed in the Old Testament laws, and they followed them very strictly. Or is it the other way around? I always get it mixed up. Clean iron do not mix. Daniel's vision. What is that coming from? They've been trying to force healthcare workers to take the flu shot, what was it, chickenpox one too? It's like, yeah, these vaccines are bad. I would say don't take the vaccines either, but I don't want to. All right, I'll retract that because I know someone will be listening, but I don't believe in them. And this was the first year I didn't have a flu shot and I didn't get sick. At least not the flu. Equal Booster has. So do you all believe Lucifer, the accuser of brethren, is bound right now? Yes. He's actually in heaven, which is weird to me. I never thought that would ever be happening, but he's one of the fallen angels that is going to get cast down to earth. I believe that the battle in heaven is probably going on right now. The ultra-Orthodox are ready to usher in the false Messiah. So I got it mixed up. I'm sorry. I always do that. One boil. I thought it was boils all over the body. Gosh, I'm so far behind. Sorry. Okay, so it's just the Orthodox Jews. Okay. Hold on for natural born rebel. I also think that when the chip is given, it will like brainwash you into being forced to worship the beast too. Because I've heard some people say, well, if it comes down to that, I just won't take the mark. And even if I take the mark, I still won't worship the beast. But I think once you take the mark, you're like forced to worship the beast. All right, so yeah, we're in the New Testament now. So the Old Testament sacrifices are not shouldn't be used anymore. It's the blood of Jesus that saves us now. Fun facts. Man, I'm so far behind. I believe that Eco Booster, Lucifer owns every leader on the earth already, and everything you think you know is a lie. Yes. We had a blood full moon yesterday. Yes. What? The CIA released a tape of them finding the part of the brain that we used to talk to God. Wow. Do you think that's possibly through the vaccines? Chemtrails, for that matter. Flu shots. Right. God is our hope. It is through Jesus to get to our Father. Exactly. I believe that. Yes. Yes, I am way far back in chat. I just read to that part. I try to read everything though, and I like to respond to everything if I can. Natural Born Killer, I want you to send me that or put that in the comments or something, that link for that. That's interesting. C-SPAN did a special talking about enhancing the God gene and weaponizing it. Wow. Yeah, I think Lucifer's bound right now. He's in there. It's a war in heaven right now, I think. What's showing together, all the synagogues saying, right. Probably won't be able to put the link in here though. Wheels, eyes all around the wheels. Ezekiel's wheel? Truth unveiled. Can't remember who that was. Free to accuse us in heaven. Okay. Well, I guess being bound, bound to heaven, I guess. He might be free in heaven, but not, he hasn't been cast down to earth yet. New Testament written in Greek? Maybe I'll have to do that because Greek is the closest besides Hebrew. Abba Father. Yeah, it won't. I didn't think it let you do the link. How far back am I? That's another good one, Sherry. How old is Earth? 6,000, 7,000. I think maybe 10, but not millions. Squalene and the flu shot, I'm guessing. Before sooner vaccination, depopulation. I remember when that happened. All the soldiers were getting sick. Knocked out of heaven soon. Never take a, yeah. You gotta be careful what you say on here, though, about that, which is dumb. Everybody should have the choice. I still need to finish Revelation. We finished about half of it, and I never got back around to getting done again. We are in a dome. I believe in the firmament and the dome. Still not sure about flat Earth, but it's making more and more sense. It's just I don't like the way the whole people are so pressuring you into believing it. Firmament is a heaven, yes. We are in the firmament. I don't know. Divide the waters from the waters, which still confuses me to this day. How far back am I? Skinny Road? Yeah, the New Age stuff with ascensions into like higher dimensions or something. That's not of God. A third of his angels, which are the stars. Oh, I can't catch up. Skinny Road. 10 easy commandments to live by. I wouldn't know if I would say easy. But we need to follow the 10 commandments for sure. I'm way back. Everyone got there, don't type. There's swine flu talking about. Spanish flu, okay, yeah. Oh my goodness, I caught up. Almost. I'm still not. I got the last couple ones to finish here. Yeah, that's a good one. God's Christian Warrior. Bible says the earth is fixed. It does not say it's round. It does not say it's flat. So that's, I think, just an argument that maybe is a distraction. I still think that Satan, the red dragon, could already be at war right now, because it says, remember, that the angels will fight the war in heaven right after the sign of Revelation 12 of the woman with the sun and the moon closed by the sun, moon under her feet, 12 stars on her head. That one already happened. It doesn't say how long after, but it's after. I love my subscribers. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And, you know, 99% of the time, everybody is great. And no arguments, no fighting. We're all one family. We're here for one reason, you know. We're all here together to get to one point where we're going to heaven. At least that's what I'm hoping that everybody here is trying to do. And it's great that we have, you know, each other. All right, so we have to believe that the Bible is true. The only thing is, I know there's different translations, and it's been translated so many times and rewritten so many times, and things taken out and things added. So what do you believe? You know, I'm starting to believe more into the Hebrew Bible. Spiritual warfare, yes. That makes the most sense to me. Earth is fixed under a dome. Sports news background. The pillars is always something I wondered about. Might as well get an update on the scores. I can't believe I didn't watch any of the games tonight, that is. I mean, I was really into the first two games, mainly the Tennessee game. Virginia wins, yeah. Villanova wins, yeah. They already won. I'm not doing so good. I usually do really good. Did Ohio State win for real? Wow. Well, there goes my friend's bracket. I told him not to take Iowa State. He took him all the way to the Final Four. Sorry. But I didn't pick him past that. All my major teams are still alive. Because the teams that wound up losing, I wound up having them lose anyway the next round. So hopefully it's okay. All right, so Kentucky wins big. Houston, yes. Gonzaga wins. Wow, they won pretty big. Who's left? Virginia Tech, St. Louis. So I got Virginia Tech. I predicted Liberty to win. How about that? Boom, a 12 seed. And I took Murray State. And I actually took Murray State to get to the Sweet 16. Yeah, thanks. I should maybe start saying that a little more. Everybody give them a thumbs up. CERN Higgs Brown particle. That's the God particle. Yes. I haven't really heard much from CERN, though, lately. What do you guys think about the sun simulator being used as a portal? Maybe portal from CERN. There's some weird stuff going on, and I'm starting to think that when we see the blue all around the sun simulator, maybe there's a nebula behind the sun or in front of the sun. It'd have to be, I don't know if it'd be behind or in front. And I've just been thinking that as a new theory that maybe there's a nebula there. And then I got something for you guys too. I wanted to wait till after today at least to see what happened with everything. I didn't want to throw something new out there, but I'll tell you guys about it right now. There's a new show. It's called Mental Samurai. I'm sure some of you have heard of it. It's a game show with Rob Lowe. Sorry, got it. Mental Samurai, this is part of the theory too. This is really strange. It's to me, it sounds crazy, but you know, I see stuff on TV and then I see in the sky, and now this new Mental Samurai is a trivia show, and they put people in this like sphere, like kind of like the astronauts. It looks like that, I guess, and they kind of move them around. They don't, you know, spin them, but they move around a little bit and spin them. And they answer trivia questions and stuff. But anyway, they take this sphere and they hang the person upside down, and the camera angle is shooting straight up. They move the sphere right into this big, giant, round, halo-looking section, and it matches up with it. Now, the reason that I think this is really strange is because I have a friend that was finding me artwork, ancient artwork. And this was from last March, which is weird because it matches like a year ago. And I just happened to go through it because I was going through all my pictures to make days in review so I could clear up some room on my computer. And I came across these pictures. And there's pictures of these spheres coming down from heaven. And there's fallen angels inside of each sphere. And now with the halos that we're seeing all the time, and the sun simulator with these weird orbs coming through and everything, maybe these orbs are those spheres, and it's a portal, and they're letting in the fallen angels. I know it's kind of crazy, but I wouldn't have said that or thought that, I guess, if I didn't see the show. And then it's weird because I saw the pictures again, you know, for the first time in a while with these spheres coming down. And then there was also a hexagon too inside of a pentagram. But the sphere with the fallen angels coming down was kind of strange. And then I saw the show, and that reminded me of that. And I'm like, gosh, that's so strange. See, we already know now that the moon is in our atmosphere. If the firmament is in the atmosphere, And that the sun's there too. Wow. So then we got to figure out what the heck happened to the sun. Because we used to always believe the sun is 93 million miles away, and that distance is still not enough for, we're still getting the heat from that distance, the light from that distance. But, maybe that's a lie too, and maybe the sun is really close. Is the sun really inside of our atmosphere too, inside of the firmament? That would explain, though, because you know how they always said that, the sun is so far back, and the moon, when there's an eclipse, somehow it just magically, it's like 40 times or something like that, where it magically is perfectly for the perfect eclipse. Look at Ezekiel's window can be a prison with eyes all around, like the eye in the sky. I had a thing with Ezekiel's wheel in last year's Olympics, Winter Olympics. It's funny that I say that because I put this video out and I said, is this Ezekiel's wheel? And I had people coming down on me, oh, you can't say that. Why not? It was just a thing. I was just asking a question. If the Tower of Nimrod can break into heaven, why can't his people tap into the Father's tech? Well, I believe like the Sun Simulator, I believe that's fallen angel technology. I don't think that's man's work. There's too many weird things, and it's too complicated for humans, I think. I'm going to look real fast and see when. See when the moon comes up. Yeah, there's no way it's 293. Well, actually, they say now it is. It's still, no, it's 249,000 or whatever. Whatever, give or take whatever. But now suddenly our atmosphere is that big. And the moon is halfway in the middle of it. So that means it's like 400. Our atmosphere is 490 or whatever thousand. Whatever. Last one last night. Well, Cisco 505. Who runs the human race? All right, sorry, I'm gonna look at the moon real quick. I'm getting tired. Moon rise. 9:25, so it's up. It's up. I looked a little while earlier, but it takes a while before I can see it because it rises above. There it is. I see it. It's way over to the southeast. It's not even close to being east. That's another thing that you guys have noticed too. Yeah, it's way over there. Holy moly. There was, I guess it was maybe 2 weeks ago now. Close. That the moon was way east, way north and east. And now it's way south and east again. Why is the moon all over the place all the time? Thousand miles to 3,000. See, that's the thing. I wouldn't know. But they say what the International Space Station is up there too. What is it? I can't remember. 200 and something thousand miles up to. Or no, they're just. I can't remember. Lucy in the sky. Lucifer, the morning star. Angel of light. low Earth orbit. Yeah, finally the moon is in our atmosphere. I don't know. It's too weird. And if it is, it's amazing that how we've been lied to all these years, and everybody, how they've just been teaching everybody this stuff, and wow. The moon was 250,000 miles out. Yeah, but that being said, Brandy, oops, I accidentally pushed something. The moon is supposed to be 250,000 miles out, something like that, give or take, whatever. But the atmosphere is like twice as far, and the moon is like halfway in our atmosphere. That's what they were trying to say, I think. And I don't know. It's like, really? So the moon's not in space. And if that's true, then the sun's probably not in space either. Right? It's definitely not the same sun and moon that we've been looking at when we were kids, and even, well, I don't know how long this has been going on. Let's just go 20 years just to be safe. 20 years ago, I think we had the yellow sun still. Eco Booster, thank you and good night. God bless you. Thanks for coming. Not what? Everything is in the ocean, on the ocean floor, not in sky. All right, I'm not sure. I can't think anymore. NASA, $58 million a day. Right. Right. Oh, you were saying goodnight to someone else? Okay, I'm sorry. Russia is cutting the internet cables down. What, for 5G? Watch today's live on Space News because they were talking all different about our atmosphere. Oh, good night to Christian. God's Christian Word. Sorry, I missed that. Good night. I'm sure she's gone already. Oh, I'm too tired now. But I just had to come on and just share this great news with you guys. We're getting ready to go to heaven soon, so hang in there. Be strong, encourage one another, love one another, and just keep praying and fasting and praising God, and we'll be there soon. I love you guys so much, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Because I got a feeling God's not done with this dream yet. There's more. I think there's more. I hope it's not bad. But yeah, today was a really exhausting day. Just knowing that things could happen. And I don't know, but it was just awesome the way God fulfilled everything today. It was unbelievable. I was just not expecting it. You know, I thought, okay, yeah, some of the stuff is going to come true, yeah. But what's the odds of this coming true, the 77 score? And what's the odds of the snow flurries? It's just like, wow. Yeah, everybody have a good night. God bless. And we'll see you soon. I'll try to do a live show sometime soon with finishing Revelation. I want to do Revelation, and I want to do Daniel, and I want to do Enoch. I think Enoch would be pretty interesting. Question: wasn't Lucifer given a 1,000-year reign? 1,000, not 7,000. 7. I think it just means 1,000. 1,000-year reign. No, it was. It's the new earth, the new heaven and new earth. We're given 1,000 years. Lucifer is still trying to tempt people and trick people for those 1,000 years, but it says that most people, or not many people would turn to Satan. If that's what if I think I'm right there. Enoch. Enoch is interesting. Some really crazy stuff. Where are we on the timeline? Yeshua. On the timeline. I don't know. I think I think it's possible we could be in the start of the tribulation of the first 3.5 years. Not saying we are, but it's possible we could be. And if we're not, it's really close. We have to be close. The two witnesses are in the second half of the tribulation, the second 3.5 years. A lot of people will be dead by then. It's in the Kabbalah, the Book of Enoch. I thought the Book of Enoch was taken out of the Bible by the Roman Catholics. But Enoch is one of the books of the Old Testament. I guess we'd have to see if Enoch is in Hebrew or not. I don't know. We'll get into that hopefully sometime soon. Steer clear of Enoch. Enoch was taken up. Right, Enoch was one of the only perfect people. Enoch and Elijah. It says in the Bible that all men must die. While Enoch and Elijah were the only two that didn't. I believe they are the two witnesses because the two witnesses do die. And then before they're, raised back to heaven. Enoch predated Genesis. Enoch was before Noah, I believe, but after Adam and Eve. What's the 7,000? The Book of Enoch is not sound doctrine. See, I don't know. I don't know that for sure, but Enoch was taken out of the Bible. And why was it taken out of the Bible then? Right. They have to suffer the first death after Enoch ushers in all these laws during the tribulation. Yes, Wormwood, I believe, is Planet X, Nibiru. Why? Why to what? I'm not sure what the why is for. They believe in it only because they try to prevent people from making it. Yeah. Why are they so hiding it so much if it's nothing to worry about or nothing is not true? Wormwood will make a third of the waters bitter. It will also kill a third of the fish and destroy a third of the ships. Exactly. Why was this book taken away? Know what X is in Hebrew? X. Planet X? Oh, the letter X is in Hebrew? The letter J is not in Hebrew. And there's lots of, I shouldn't say lots of talk, but there's some talk that the letter J is not in Hebrew or in Greek. and that Jesus is not really Jesus. Jesus is actually Satan or the Antichrist. And we should be calling Jesus Yeshua. That's why I use Yeshua a lot too. I'll use both. But Jesus knows your heart and who you're speaking and praying to. The Catholics and the Ethiopians still use Enoch as doctrine. So in Enoch, you're saying that it says an angel was to be mediator between man and God. Well, if Enoch was from the Old Testament, though, couldn't an angel, that was been before Jesus came to earth then? Jesus is the only mediator now. But maybe back then? Look up the translation from X is 10, 10. Say X. Right? And that's what's kind of weird about the new iPhone X. Reminds me of Planet X, and then they show a picture of a planet on their phones. Like, come on. Mm-hmm. Can't go wrong with Yeshua. Thank you. But still, I believe, though, if we're calling on Jesus and, Jesus knows, Yeshua knows who we're talking to. Yeah, Enoch is the Old Testament. Xbox, X Games, Generation X. There's a lot of X stuff out there. That's true. And then they put chemtrail X's in the sky. All right, I'm done. I am tired. I'm gonna get to bed. I got up really early today because I didn't know when all this stuff was going to happen, and I wanted to be up early today because I knew if there was going to be snow flurries in Columbus, it would have to be in the morning, and my brain is gone now. If something was going to happen at a bank, it would happen at what banks usually open at 9, and then that would mean that it would be 8 Central. So I was up at 8. Yeah, see? Now, unknown, that's a good point. Many will come saying, Lord, Lord, but he will say, I never knew any of you. Now, that's when we should say Yeshua then. And Yahweh for God. Is that? I'm still not good on the God part, but I got Yeshua down good, finally. All right, I guess I'm going to get going now. But thank you guys for watching. Hold on a sec. What are you doing? All right, sorry. All right, sorry. You guys, let's have a good night. Remember, I love each and every one of you. And remember, God loves you, Jesus loves you, Yeshua loves you. Case I'm covering all the bases there. And we just need to trust in him, and he will lead us, the path that we're supposed to take. So just trust in him and keep praying, keep fasting, keep praising him, keep reading the word, and keep encouraging one another. And let's keep doing what we're doing, encouraging each other, and just fellowshipping with each other. It's awesome. I love you guys. You guys have a good night. God bless, and you might see a quick moon video a little bit later. Maybe, or I might just wait till tomorrow. But I'm going to try to get one quick moon video if I can. God bless.